So let me ask you something. What's the story you've been telling about your marriage? I've just been slammed at work. Things aren't that bad. She's asking for too much. I'll deal with it when things calm down. Well, I'm Leslie Dory's your marriage coach, and here's the problem. Most excuses aren't lies. In fact, they're often quite reasonable. And that's why they are so incredibly dangerous. Because excuses protect your ego. They protect the image of yourself as a good husband. But they also quietly freeze your marriage exactly where it is. An excuse is just a story that postpones ownership. And ownership is where momentum gets a toehold. Your marriage doesn't improve because circumstances get easier. It improves because someone decides to lead anyway. Responsibility isn't about taking the blame for everything, but it is about asking, where do I have influence? And when you say, she's too emotional, you've given away your power. When you say, I'm just so busy, you've handed control to your calendar. When you say, it's not that bad, you've decided your marriage can wait. But here's the truth. Your wife feels your indecision. And connection between you doesn't erode because of one bad mistake. It erodes because of repeated postponements. And every time that you delay ownership, trust shrinks a little bit. Now, strong men don't pretend that obstacles don't exist. They just refuse to hide behind them. So you don't need perfect conditions to step up. You don't need her to change first. You don't need to even feel inspired. You just need to decide who you want to be. And the moment that you stop explaining why connection isn't happening and start asking what you'll do differently next time, your marriage will move. So I invite you to ask yourself, where are you explaining instead of acting? What familiar story is keeping you comfortable? And if you didn't have the excuse, what action would you need to take? Because excuses feel protective and ownership feels risky. But ownership is what gives you leverage, and leverage changes marriages. Your marriage does not need another excuse. It needs a man who says, I'll go first. I'll take control of myself. I'll lead even when it's difficult. Please let the excuses go and step up because your marriage needs you. Now, if you're confused about how to do this, this is where I can help. And I invite you to get in touch with me and don't keep postponing it because a marriage that is left to drift is a marriage that tends to die. So I invite you to get in touch. If you find this information helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And until next week, stay loving.